Hi, welcome back to Mario 3. I said in the end of the last episode that the boat level here, ship level, is the easiest in the game. That is if you do it my way. So you get through here, there's a mushroom down there, but we're not going to need that. Mushrooms are for quitters. I'm just kidding. I need them so often throughout this game. But this level is super easy because that's not lava down there, that's water. So this entire level can be beaten by swimming under it. I obviously was unable to do that. If you're quick enough, I think you can do it over there, but I'm never quick enough to do that. But yeah, sorry, that was not expected that I would die there. Yeah, you can swim under the entire level and just go to the end. You can watch as all the calamity happens above you. That's why this level is the easiest in the game, even easier than 1-1, because you get through the easiest part of the level, and then you can just swim under the ships. You have to click that swim button a lot so that you stay afloat, so I don't die like I did last time. Because as usual, there's that death plane at the bottom of the level. You can always check your progress between the ships. You can make sure you're there still and everything. But because it's an auto-scroller, see him right there. Because it's an auto-scroller, worst case scenario is you're pushed along by the level. And when you get to the end, the level does stop scrolling, so you can get your bearings, and when the ship sinks, you can jump up to the top of the final ship and go on the warp pipe to end the level. So there's one more level that's like this in World 8. It's like airplanes, almost. It's not like a real airship like the Koopalings use. Yeah, here we are at the end of the level. And where am I? There I am. So there, that's the end of the level. Yeah, there's like little airplanes. We do have to fight Boom Boom, which is hard, relative to like last time we had to fight Boomerang. I think Boom Boom is in the airplane level as well. But yeah, so that's that level. The airplane level is on the next screen. I actually think there's two more. There's one tank right before Bowser's Castle. Because, spoiler alert, Bowser's Castle is here in World 8. These candle levels, I usually play them just for fun, but they're notorious for being scary because when you go across them, there's a 50% chance that a hand will pull you in. I got lucky that it didn't pull me in, but I'll just show just for good measure. A hand pulls you in. Way out of line, way out of tone for the usual game, but these levels are actually really useful in that they're not that hard. Let's see if I can get a mushroom out of that. Nope, okay. They're not that hard. I lost, but these levels aren't too hard, and at the end of them you always get a Rakanuki leaf. So I think there is a mushroom in one of these right there. So at the end of this level, from here on out, there's one Boomerang Bro and one Big Hammer Bro, but we don't have to fight them. We can just skip to the end of it. And there's a Rakanuki leaf, which in the there are a few actual levels in World 8, not these pseudo mini levels. Gotta try this one again. But the Rakanuki leaves are very useful in those levels, in that you can, if I would stop losing, in that you can use the Rakanuki leaves to make the levels 100 times easier than they actually are. So this airship level is one of the few times where I consistently use the P-Wing. Like, I used them out of desperation for the last few times that I used it. But we have them saved up, we might as well use them, especially because this level gets 100 times easier. You just, like I said, this is an invincible power-up. Something might hit me, something might knock me out of the air, but it's unlikely because there's not a whole lot of enemies in this stage. The challenge more comes from the platforming itself, because these are huge jumps, relatively small platforms compared to the jumps. So this is a fun stage to play if you really focus, because the movement's pretty cool because it's all based on the platforming. The Monty Moles are pretty annoying. enemies, but you know. And here's Boom Boom. I think if you have the Rakanuki suit, he grows wings more likely, but we're not going to let that happen because he gets a lot harder when he grows wings. So there's that level. There's a tank level right before Bowser's Castle, but besides that, we're done with those kind of tank levels. And now we move on to the real levels. So 8-1. This level is actually really hard if you play through it legit, but in true Alex Laffler fashion, we're gonna cheese it. So you fly up just like that, get your momentum ready, go in here, bam, this box has 1, 2, 3 1-ups in it. So worst case scenario, if you do lose in this level, you actually gain more and more lives every time you lose. Oh. Okay, so from here, we could do this whole, there's a whole bullet bill section of platforming. We're gonna have to do it, but usually you can build up enough momentum there that you don't have to worry about it. Let's try to get over here. Okay. Now, there's a couple options here. You can either trust that. That's a pipe. You can either trust the music note, which those are kind of inconsistent and kind of finicky to work with, but this is where we need to use a leaf. The next level will also need a leaf, so we won't need it, but it makes it a whole lot easier if I can get my momentum up. And that's where those candle levels that pull you in with the hand come in handy. No pun intended there. You can keep going through them because they are easier than these levels, but they give you a free raccoon leaf at the end. If you're looking for more videos to check out on YouTube, this channel called Really Frickin' Clever, I followed it for a long time, but one of his videos talks about those levels in particular. He has 2 series that run. One is Really Frickin' Clever, which the channel's named after, and then the other one is 64 Things Wrong, which is kind of a parody of those like CinemaSins videos that are kind of overcritical of really small points. Well, we're gonna have to do this legit. That was legitness. Okay, how about we stop sucking? Oh, jeez, that block really threw me off. But yeah, if you look up Really Frickin' Clever Super Mario Brothers 3, he talks about, you know what? We're gonna cheese this because we have a whole bunch of P-Wings. He talks about how important those levels are and how they work both in the tone of the game and how they function as a nice little break where you can get a free item. So I would check that out if I were you. I really enjoy it. I think it's really well made. But I mean, it's been a while since I've watched it, but that channel has grown a lot since it started. But yeah, so if you can see over here, usually you can, there's a way to build your momentum to fly over it regularly. But once you get over here, there's some more pipes, and it's the end of the stage. So that stage is my least favorite in like most games. Now we have the raccoon leaf. Level 2, really neat about level 2, it brings back the quicksand, but this quicksand is different because there's secrets underneath the quicksand. And there's 2 options here. One is like an item, and then the other one is coins. I think this one's the coins. Yeah, I want the coins because the item is just a raccoon leaf, of which, you know, of course I already have right now. So but there's enough coins here that usually you can get a 1-up from it. But now we have 10 lives. Look at that, how quick that was. You gotta wait here, feel that fire out, and boom. Now you have enough momentum that will carry you to the end of the stage. There it is. I think there's 1 or 2 more actual levels, but then we're at the end of the game. So we're gonna go through this, my favorite of these mini castles, actually, because it is one of those, the puzzles with the doors. Oh, that's not what I wanted. You want to keep your raccoon leaf if you're ever through these parts. Yeah, so you want to go through this door. If you have your raccoon leaf, you can just... Oh no, you can go to the next section here. Okay. Alright, so... Oh, if what's cool about this one is that it's pretty straightforward. No matter what door you go into, you're pretty much going to the exact same place. We don't want to die here. And you don't really have to do a whole lot of backtracking. This isn't going to do me any good. Alright, let's wait for this one up to get through here. So we need a raccoon leaf to get through there. Okay. Excuse me, Boo Diddley. Boo Radley, as I like to say. Alright. But we're getting close to the end of that level. Next time, I'll actually try to beat that level. Thanks for stopping by, and hope to see you soon.